Hi, my name is Alexander Pichardo, and I am a sophomore here at the University of North Florida. And today I'm presenting a presentation on body language and how it matters in a professional setting and is applicable throughout the entire world. First, I would like to start with a basic introduction of nonverbal communication. This is something that's universal, and you perceive it through all of your senses. That accounts for hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. And not only that, trained professionals are trained into paying attention to all these subtle cues that we don't normally look at. For instance, eye contact or nervous cues. If you're constantly tapping your toes or constantly jiggling your car keys in your hands, that can distract them from the message you are trying to give. I would like to give a basic percentage of how perception is breaking down. The highest percentage is body language, and this accounts for 55% of how much a person perceives what your body movements are. Then we can go to tone of voice. So if you're trying to be excited, you would talk in a higher pitch. Or if you're trying to be calm and give a more serious tone to the conversation, then you would construct your voice in that manner. And lastly, what you are actually verbally communicating, it counts for 7%. So, in taking this into account, I wanted to give you some helpful tips on things to do in a professional setting. Number one, key thing is to just smile. A genuine smile just allows everything to flow easier and allows the person to be more receptive to what you're giving them because they perceive you as being genuine. And number two, try to make enough eye contact. Now, I'm not saying stare them down, but I'm also not saying avert eye contact at all costs. Maybe a helpful tip could be the 2/3 rule. This essentially means that 2 out of 3 times you're looking them straight in your eye and being reassertive, and then the third time you glance away and look back. That way, you give them a little space from staring at them. Another thing you should take into account is your stance. Try to always keep your shoulders square and avoid your arms from touching so that you don't look defensive. Whenever you are sitting, try to keep a straight, neutral spine. This appears you to look taller, and this is a positive connotation in our society. Another thing, it also gives an aura of confidence, and that attracts somebody to whoever you're speaking to. And lastly, try to keep your feet planted on the ground or firmly relaxed and crossed. This way you can give off the aura that you are relaxed and you're receptive to whatever conversation you are in. Another thing that people commonly overlook is emotions. Sometimes your eyes and your eyebrows can betray you and show your real emotions, and that could be from being shocked and surprised all the way to being sad or even disgusted. The best thing you should try to do is just to keep a neutral face no matter what information is thrown to you at hand. And in doing this, try to avoid furrowing your eyebrows or raising them super high and keeping them neutral how they are on your face. Now that I've given you things to do, I want to give you some things not to do. First, always avoid slouching. Some people perceive slouching as dishonesty, and also if you cross your arms again, you can come off as insecure and defensive. When you are keeping your posture, just try to make sure that you don't lean backward or that you don't lean forward. Because if you do lean backward, it can come off as if you're uninterested or even bored with the conversation. And if you're leaning forward, you can come off as very eager and also a little bit aggressive, and that can throw the person off. With your feet, try to keep them from jiggling or tapping nervously, and just again keep them firmly planted in place so that it does not seem that you are unsure of the topic at hand. Another thing that people sometimes overlook is hygiene. When you are speaking to somebody, if you smell unpleasant, then it might portray you in a negative light. And also, humans have a chemical process called pheromones, and that has been linked to human attractions. So if you smell better, a person is more likely to be attracted to you. So just keep in mind that other people and individuals feel rushed, or they might want to get over with something if they think that you do smell unpleasant. And to conclude, I would just like to reiterate, your body has much power. It is a lot about what you say, but when you are presenting, it's also how you present it. Now, that goes from verbal cues to nonverbal cues, how you smell, eye contact. All of those things matter. And please don't forget hygiene and to dress appropriately for whatever context you will be in. And some verbal cues are habits, and the good thing about that, it's not impossible to break habits. You just have to practice on it. For all of you today, I just challenge you to look at some of these tips and practice and practice and practice so that you can master being a professional communicator. And I would like to conclude this presentation. Have a nice day.